Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first lecture of maths. And today we are going to go ahead and we're going to talk about set theory first. Okay. We'll then talk about what are functions, what is a definition of a function, and what are the different kind of functions, right? What is a log function, exponential function, and what is the range and domain of the functions, right? So that is what we want to go ahead and we want to cover in today's class. Okay. Now, before we begin, the reference book for your maths still remains Sid Sater and Hammond. That's a good book to go ahead and follow. Additionally, if you want, you can go ahead and you can also follow AC Chiang. That's also a very good book to begin with. And in Delhi School of Economics, usually in the first year of MA Economics, they follow Simon and Bloom. Although it's a little, you know, uh, on top of what Sid Sater Hammond does, but few of the solved examples of Simon and Bloom are also good. So if at all you have time, you can go through the examples of Simon and Bloom as well. बहुत सारा नहीं, I will tell you which example of Simon and Bloom is worth going from. Okay, let's begin with the basic definition of set first. So what is a set? So a set is a well-defined. I'll explain everything here, huh? Collection of distinct objects called elements or members. Set is a well-defined. So first of all, anything that is a set, it should be well-defined. If something is not well-defined, then it cannot become a set. So for example, if I say, give me the first 10 natural numbers. Give me the first 10 natural number, then this is well defined. You can go ahead and you can tell what the first 10 natural numbers are, right? So that becomes a set. For you and for me, the answer that we will be getting will be the same. चाहे आप बताओ चाहे मैं बताऊं, I will also say 1 2 3 4 5 6. You will also say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? It will be the same answer. So when we can go ahead and when we can define this in a way that the answer that you get and I get is the same. आपको और मेरे को same answer मिलेगा. Then we can go ahead and we can say that this is basically a set because it is well defined. But if I go ahead and ask you, okay, give me the best set of best microeconomics books, any 3 best microeconomics book. So now it can differ. For me, it can be H.L. Ahuja, Mankiw. For you, it can be Snyder, Nicholson, Varian. It will differ. It will not be the same. So because it is not going to be the same for the two of us, for you and me, so this is not a set, but this is a set. So for something to be called as a set, it must be well defined, right? Collection, I have to collect. But now it has to be also distinct object. Distinct means that every element, this is the meaning of well defined. Distinct means that every element must go ahead and come only once. Every element should be coming only once. सिर्फ एक बारी एक element आएगा. We don't have to write them twice, right? every element is coming unique number of time. Unique means it is only going ahead and it is only coming once. Then we can go ahead and we can say that that will be a set, right? So for something to be called set, we are going ahead and we are saying that it has to be well defined. उसको ये नहीं कि haphazard हो, हमें नहीं पता कि उसके अंदर क्या आएगा. That should not be the case. And at the same time, we are going ahead and saying that it should be distinct. Now, each element of the set can be called as a member of the set. ठीक है? So whatever objects are there in the set, उसको आप element भी बोल सकते हो. You can call that as member also. Let's say that I define a set A as the set of first 10 natural numbers. I am defining A as first 10 natural numbers. So I can say that X belongs to A. This means that X will be an element of A. And I can say X doesn't belong to A. This will be sign for doesn't belong. It means that X will not be the element of A. So for example, I can say 1 belongs to A because I'm talking about first 10 natural numbers. But I will say that 12 doesn't belong to A because this is not the first 10 natural number. So something can belong to A and something cannot belong to A. The sign of this looks like this. Whenever we talk about any set, we can define set in two forms. One is called as the roster form. One is called as the set builder form. A roster form simply means that we will list the elements of the set. Like for example, A has element 1, 2, 3. Then this is basically the roster form. A set builder form means we will go ahead and we will just give according to the definition of the set. माने हम ऐसा कुछ लिखेंगे that set A has all elements X such that X belongs to natural number and X is between 1 to 10. So when we go ahead and when we define what that set contains without, or here if I have to match to X between 1 to 3, right? So when I am clearly listing out all elements. What are the elements contained in this set? सारे elements को हम list कर रहे हैं. Here I am not listing all the elements. Here I am going ahead and saying that what is the primarily definition of the set. कि इस set में जो elements हैं उनका property क्या है? What is the property of those elements? That is what I'm going ahead and defining. So that's the difference between your set builder form and your other form, right? And your roster form. Now,
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
oh, okay. So this is nothing. So roster form mein we are going ahead and we are just giving the elements of the set. So if I have to say the set contains 1, 2, 3, I am just giving the element that it contains 1, 2, 3. And if I have to write in the set builder form, then I am not giving the elements. I am just giving the definition. So instead of saying ki it contains 1, 2, 3, I am saying X is a natural number and X is between 1 and 3. Right? So I'm not saying what the elements are. This is easy when you have to deal with many numbers. Like if I have to say my set contains first 100 natural numbers, तो फिर I will not write ना 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30 ऐसा नहीं लिखेंगे. So then I will simply say that this is x such that x belongs to natural number and x is between 1 to 100. I will simply go ahead and define it like this. So when you just define the set but not give all the elements of the set, that is the set builder form. Making sense? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's go ahead and talk about the different numbers, types of numbers that we have. So the first one that we have, that is basically called as a natural number. Natural number is represented by n. Natural numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The other one that we have, that is called as a whole number. Whole number is represented by W. Whole number means it starts from 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, but with a 0. The next one that we have is integer. Integer is represented by Z, and integer has negative also and positive also. Negative also and positive also. So when you include negative and positive, that becomes integers. The next one is known as rational numbers. Rational numbers are represented in the form of Q, and this is any number which is in P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. So 3 by 4 is a rational number, 1 by 2 is a rational number, 4 by 1 is a rational number, 5 by 2 is a rational number, etc. Anything which is in P by Q form. Every integer is also a rational number because it's called minus 3 by 1, minus 2 by 1, 1 by 1. So that's also a rational number. Anything which can be written in a P by Q form, Q not equal to 0, is a rational. The next one that we have is irrational number. Irrational numbers are represented by Q dash. And irrational number is basically anything which is not rational. To define irrational number, we can go ahead and we can have two kind of definitions for an irrational number, or two properties of an irrational number. The first property of irrational number is that it should be non-terminating, and at the same time it should also be non-repeating. Like for example, if I say root 2, root 2 can be written as 1.41421356 and so on. It will never end, right? Like for example, if I talk about 3 by 4, so 3 by 4 can be written as 0.75, it ends. 5 by 2 can be written as 2.5, it ends. But here it is non-terminating, here it will not end. And it will not repeat also. Like for example, if I go ahead and if I talk about 10 by 3. So 10 by 3 is 3.3333333. So this is repeating in nature. There is a pattern that it follows. But here there is no pattern. This is 41421356. There is no repetition also, right? So when it is non-repeating in nature, it does not follow a repeated pattern and it does not end. Then we will go ahead and we will say that this is going to be an irrational number. उस केस में हम उसको एक irrational number बोल सकते हैं, right? Now, rational number plus irrational number. Rational number plus irrational number together gives us a real number. And these real numbers are the numbers which are actually represented using R. using R, right? The reverse of real number is complex numbers. Complex numbers are those numbers which have some imaginary component in them. Right? And these are represented by C. These are represented by C. So these are some of the representations that we have. Abhi, why is this useful? When will we use these representations? So for that, I want to introduce a term which is called as a subset. What is a subset? A is called a subset of B if and only if every element of A is an element of B. Example, if I say A is 1, 2, 3, B is 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever is in A is in B. A contains whatever A contains, वो सब B में आ ही रहा है. So we will say A is a subset of B. Similarly, let's say A is 1, 2, 3. B is 1, 2, 3. Then also whatever A contains, B contains. जो भी A में आ रहा है वो B में आ ही रहा है. So again I can say that A is a subset of B. So if whatever A contains is contained in B, जो भी A में है अगर वो B में दिखे, then we will say A is a subset of B. Now we can say that A is a proper subset of B. That means it is represented like this. If A is not equal to B. So if I notice here, यहाँ पे all elements of A are in B, but all elements of B are also in A. तो यहाँ पे although A is a subset of B, but we can say the reverse also, that B is a subset of A, क्योंकि जो भी B में है वो A में है. That means that in this I can see if something is in A, it is in B, something is in A, it is in B, something is in A, it is in B, but उल्टा भी है. Something in B, it is in A, something in B, it is in A, something in B, it is in A. So when this is satisfied कि A को भी B का subset लिख सकते हैं और B को भी A का subset लिख सकते हैं, then that means that A and B will be equal to each other. Like I can see here, जो भी A में है वो B में है. Whatever is in A is in B. So we can go ahead and we can say that A and B are equal. This is not being a proper subset. इसका definition proper subset नहीं है. But if I have something like this, यहाँ पे A is a subset of B, but B is not a subset of A. आपको दिख रहा होगा. Whatever is in B is not in A. B में तो 4 भी है. 4 is not in A. So whatever is in B is not in A. So B is not a subset of A. B A का subset नहीं है. If this happens that A is subset of B, जो भी A में है वो B में है, but B is not a subset of A, जो भी B में है वो A में नहीं है, then we can say that A is proper subset. A is a proper subset. So subset is a bigger definition. subset में we can have proper subset also, and we can have equal sets also. दोनों ही subset होंगे. If I go ahead and if I say that A is first 10 natural numbers, and if I say B is first 20 natural numbers. So we can clearly say that A is a proper subset of B. क्योंकि जो भी A में है वो B में है, but reverse is not true. B contains extra elements. So A is proper subset of B. But suppose if I tell you A is the numbers divisible by 6. The numbers divisible by 6. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Right? And 6 and B is the number divisible by 12 but less than, number divisible by 12 लेते हैं first. So what will be B? B will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Again, we can see whatever is coming in A is there in B. So we can say A is proper subset of B. So the proper subset of B, we can go ahead and we can say will be if and only if they are not equal to each other, then it will be a proper subset. There is nothing called as improper. It's either proper or it is equal. Yes, it is possible. First 20 whole number is also fine. So, abhi if I go back to the definition, now what we notice? We notice that natural numbers start from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole numbers are starting from 0. So, we can say that natural number will be a proper subset of whole number. क्योंकि जो भी natural number में आ रहा है वो तो whole number में आ ही रहा है, but whole number has something more. So we can say that natural number will be a proper subset of whole number. Similarly, if I look at whole number 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, it is coming within the integers. So whatever is coming in whole number is coming in integer, but integers में और भी कुछ आ रहा है. So we can go ahead and we can say that whole number will be a proper subset of integers. Similarly, if I just go ahead and if I look here, so I told you any integer can be converted in rational number क्योंकि यहाँ पे बस divide by 1 करना है. So any integer can be converted to a rational number, but rational numbers में और भी numbers आ सकते हैं like 3 by 4, मतलब जो decimals होंगे. So again we can go ahead and say that this integer will be a proper subset of the rational numbers. So we can define this relationship. Natural number proper subset of whole number proper subset of the integers proper subset of the rational numbers. No, then also it will not be equal now because there will be 4 also in it. 4 BM. Okay, clear? Now let's go ahead and let's talk about the, sorry, wasn't it 12:30? Oh yes. Believe me, when I was confused, it is also on my part that I thought that we used to have the weekend class at 12:30. But then the team, when they sent the Zoom link, I was informed that it's at 12. So I looked into the back messages and it was always at 12. So don't worry, you haven't missed anything in case you have just joined the session. It's nothing that we have done much except very, very basic set theory. And I mean, I take some part of it. I think I have been also saying 12:30 since last 2-3 days. Okay. So just go through the half an hour. I mean, it's nothing. You will understand it. Don't worry. So when the two are equal, we don't say equal subset. We simply say equal set. Okay. So now let's talk about something which is called as power set. Power set. So what is a power set? Power set is a set of all subsets listed together. ध्यान से देखना what I am doing. Example, if I give you a set 1, 2, 3, so is 1, अगर मैं सिर्फ एक set B define करूँ 1 से, is 1 a subset of A? This B a subset of A? Yes, क्योंकि जो भी B में आ रहा है वो A में आ रहा है. So I can say that B is a subset of A, and in fact B is also a proper subset of A. Subset भी है और proper subset भी है. Proper क्यों है? Because B and A are not equal. Suppose if I define C as 2, तो is C a subset of A? हाँ, जो भी C में आ रहा है that is coming in A, and also C is a proper subset of A because they are not equal. What about D? If I define D as 3, then also D will also satisfy these properties कि वो proper subset भी होगा and वो subset भी होगा. Suppose if I define E as 1, 2, then yes, whatever is coming in E is coming in A. So E is a proper subset of A and E is a subset of A. Both are true. Acha, what about F, in which it is 1, 3? G, in which it is 2, 3? They will also satisfy कि ये subset भी हैं और proper subset भी हैं. What about 1, 2, 3? What about 1, 2, 3? It is a subset, but not a proper subset. Proper subset नहीं है, right? It is not a proper subset, but it is a subset. Subset तो है. So we can go ahead and say that this 1, 2, 3, H, this will be a subset, yes, but H will not be a proper subset क्योंकि H and A are equal. So when two sets are equal, then one is not a proper subset of the other. Acha, what about a new set that I am going to define today, which is called as a null set? A null set is called as an empty set. An empty set is a set which has no elements in it. And an empty set has a definition that it is subset of every set. An empty set is subset of every set. Similarly, if I go ahead and if I say U, then U is called a universal set. A universal set means that we are taking all objects which are under discussion. Whatever we are discussing, जो भी discussion में हमारे under आ रहे हैं, we are taking all objects under discussion, right? So we are basically going ahead and we are saying that there are two kind of set. One is called as a null set and one is called as a universal set. null set is a subset of every set, क्योंकि उसके अंदर कोई भी एलिमेंट नहीं है, तो स्मॉलेस्ट सेट हो गया पॉसिबल. So now we are going ahead and we are saying that even if I define E, F, G, H, I, which is a null set, so this null set will also be a subset of A, because null set is subset of every set. So how many subsets will we be able to find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You will find that this set A, it has 8 subsets. And how many proper subset? Proper subset matlab we have to remove the subset which is equal. कौन सा subset equal आ रहा था? This H. H was coming equal to A. So if I remove this H, अगर मैं ये H हटा दूं, then I am left up with 7. So there will be 7 proper subset. There will be 7 proper subset. तो एक पावर सेट जो होता है, आई कैन डिफाइन पावर सेट ऑफ ए. कैसे डिफाइन कर सकते हैं पावर सेट ऑफ ए को? एनी सेट विच हैज ऑल सबसेट्स. मतलब ये पावर सेट में द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इज द फर्स्ट सबसेट, द सेकेंड एलिमेंट इज द सेकेंड सबसेट, द थर्ड एलिमेंट इज द थर्ड सबसेट. जो भी इसके सबसेट्स हैं, if those subsets become the element of a set, ये अपने आप में एक एलिमेंट है पूरा. That means B set is the element of the power set. C is the element of the power set. ये D जो है ये भी एलिमेंट है पावर सेट का. इस तरीके से E is also an element of the power set. F is also an element of the power set. G is also an element of the power set. H is also an element of the power set. I is also an element of the power set. So then this will be called as power set. Power set means it is set of all subsets. सारे subsets को अगर मैं एक जगह इकट्ठा करूं, if I bring all of the subsets together, what I will be getting will be called as a power set. So power set is subset of, is set of all subsets. And by definition, the number of elements in a power set is 2 to the power n, where n is elements in the set. जैसे यहाँ पे there were 3 elements in the set A. 3 elements थे ना? So if I do 2 to the power 3, I will get 8 elements. तो यहाँ पे 8 ही तो आ रहे हैं. 8 subsets को तो हमने लिखा है एक साथ. I have written 8 subsets together. So I notice that there are 8 elements. So we can say, in other words, that any set A will have 2 to the power n subsets. पर इसमें से एक सबसेट तो इक्वल वाला था. दिस वॉज इक्वल. तो कितने प्रॉपर सबसेट बने थे? 7 प्रॉपर सबसेट्स. सो वी कैन गो अहेड एंड से दैट एनी सेट A will have 2 to the power n minus 1 proper subsets. It will have 2 to the power n minus 1 proper subset, right? So this is what we are going ahead and we are saying. There is nothing called as an improper subset. I mean, we just define that as an equal set. The actual, either something will be equal or something will be proper subset. power set again. So power set is just saying that we find out all the subsets of a set and we write them together. मैं सारे subsets को एक साथ लाके उनको लिख रही हूँ. That becomes a power set. So example, if your set is 1, 2, so 1, 2 का subset will be 1, 2, 1, 2 and null. Null is any set which has no elements in it. It's empty. Think of null like a empty room. There is nothing in the room, that's empty. You keep bringing one furniture each, it becomes filled with some elements. Same is a null set. A null set has no element in it. But because it doesn't have any element in it, it's the smallest thing possible, right? So this automatically becomes a subset of every set. So when we write 1, 2 का subset, तो 1 will be a subset of 1, 2, क्योंकि जो भी इसमें आ रहा है वो इनमें आ रहा है. 2 will be a subset of 1, 2 because whatever is coming here is coming here. 1, 2 is also a subset of 1, 2. Whatever is coming here is coming here. But it's not a proper subset. ये proper subset नहीं है. Because proper होने के लिए you should have elements lesser than the actual set. This is actually an equal set. And null is a subset of every set. So if I notice here in this example, how many subsets of A can be created? The number of subsets of A will be 2 to the power n, where n is the number of elements in it. So 2 to the power 2, that means 4. So we were able to create 4 subsets of A. And how many proper subset will be there? It will be total -1, क्योंकि एक subset उसमें equal था A के. So proper means you have to remove the equal set. So it will be 4 - 1, that means 3. So these are proper subsets because they are not equal to A, वो A के बराबर नहीं है. And this is an equal subset. Is null a proper subset of A? Yes. Null is a proper subset of A. Elements of A are also sets? Yes. So every subset, एक set का जो भी subset बनेगा, all those become the element of A. A will, so power set of A. So we are saying that the elements of power set is nothing but each subset of A. जो भी A के सबसेट्स होंगे, जो भी ये 1, 2 का सबसेट बनेगा, वो सारे सबसेट अपने आप में पावर सेट के एलिमेंट्स होंगे. मेकिंग सेंस? Okay. Now we talk about 3 main things: union, intersection, and the other related formulas. What is a union? A union means I am writing like this: A union B. By union, we mean that all elements which belong to A and all elements which belong to B. So for example, if A is 1, 2, B is 2, 3, then A union B will be 1, 2, 3. Whatever is contained in A and whatever is contained in B, if you include all those elements, then we will have union. right? So we can write this like this, that A union B means X such that X belongs to A, and in English we will write or X belongs to B. So whatever elements belong to A, whatever elements belong to B, we need to include all those elements, right? Whether they are in A, whether they are in B, whether they are in both. You have to include all elements. So this is only in A, I have included. This is in both, I have included. This is only in B, I have included. Now, whenever we make a union of a set with itself, it gives us the set itself. Whenever we make union of a set with a null set, तो null में तो कोई भी element नहीं है, so only elements of A will be included, we get set itself. And whenever we do union of A with a universal set, so remember that universal set is the biggest set possible. यूनिवर्सल सेट का डेफिनेशन था, इट कंटेन्स एलिमेंट्स विच आर अंडर टॉक. अंडर टॉक मीन्स जिस भी एलिमेंट की हम बात कर रहे हैं, इफ वी गो अहेड एंड इंक्लूड ऑल दोज एलिमेंट्स, अगर हम वो सारे एलिमेंट्स को इंक्लूड कर दें, देन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट यूनियन सेट. So union set can be like a universal set. It is a universal set. It includes everything, right? So we can go ahead and we can say that whenever we do union with the universal set, we will get the universal set. Let's take some examples. So suppose if I go ahead and if I say that your universal set is first 20 natural number and set A is multiples of 3 up to 20 and set B is the multiples of 4 up to 20. Find A union B, A union null set, A union universal set, A union A. Give it a try quickly. एक ही बारी में यूनियन इंटरसेक्शन अच्छे से समझ लेना, because this would be used in your stats also. When we will be doing probability, we will be reusing this, okay? So A is multiple of 3 up to 20. B is multiple of 4 up to 20. U is first 20 natural number. Just up to 20, huh? It's saying find A union B. So common between A and B. So it will be 12. Correct. So it will be 12. It is saying A union null set. Null means empty. So it will be the set A itself. Then it says A union universal set. So universal set means all elements under talk. So when I will find union of A with that, sorry beta, this is union I just did intersection. This will be 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 15, 16, 18, 20. Sometimes by looking at the comment, it's okay. So I just looked at the comment and I just said, okay, you have done it correctly. Okay, no problem. So this is A union B. Then A union, the null set was A. Okay. Now A union, the universal set. So universal set contains everything, right? So when we talk about A union universal set, so it will simply be the entire universal set. Because we have to write all elements of A and all elements of the universal set. And A union A simply will be A. So we can go ahead and we can say that the interesting aspect here is that whenever you will do the union, you will always get the bigger set. So if I in exam tell you that A is a subset of B, can you tell me what will be A union B? A is a subset of B. तो फिर what will be A union B? B. Because जो भी A में है वो सब B में है. Whatever is in A is in B. Right? And B may contain more also. So when I have to consider all elements of A also, all elements of B also, so we will go ahead and we will say that this is simply going to be B. Right? Okay. Now let's talk about intersection. Intersection now is common elements between A and B. So A intersection B means those elements which are belonging to A as well and belonging to B as well. They are common between A and B. They have a property that they should be present in both the sets. So now the element which is present in both the set is 12. So A intersection B, element which should be present in both the sets. These are elements which are present in either of the set. किसी एक में भी है तो यहाँ पे आ जाएंगे. But these are the elements which should be present in both of the sets. So if they are present in both of the sets, then we will write intersection. In intersection, diagrammatically speaking, in Venn diagram, we can go ahead and say that this region, which is common between A and B, this is your intersection between A and B. Now, we have something called as disjoint set or mutually exclusive set. A disjoint set is any set in which we are going ahead and we are saying that there is nothing common between the set. So if I say that A is all even natural number and B is all odd natural number. So there is nothing common between A and B, and A intersection B will be 5. So if there is nothing common between the two elements, A और B के बीच में कुछ भी common नहीं है, then we can say that A and B are disjoint evens. अच्छा, अब same question. A is a subset of B. Then A intersection B will be जैसे if A is 1 2, B is 1 2 3 4, तो A B का सबसेट है, देखो, और इनफैक्ट प्रॉपर सबसेट है, क्योंकि वट एवर इज कमिंग इन A इज कमिंग इन B, whatever is coming in A is coming in B, और reverse true नहीं है. So now when A is a subset of B, so what can we say? What will be the intersection between A and B? A. You can see common elements will be what? 1 and 2. So it will be A1 comma 2. That means it will nothing be A. So we have got the property that if A is a subset of B, then A union B is B and A intersection B is A. A intersection B is A. Yes, please ask.
Ma'am, I have a doubt regarding proper subset and equal set. Ma'am, if the sign is given that it is a subset and this dash is also given, so it may be possible that these two are equal.
This can mean both things. This can mean A can be a proper subset or A can be equal to B. Anything is possible, correct?
So, ma'am, A union B can be equal to A also, and A intersection B can be equal to B also.
It is possible, but we will always take the general case. I mean, definitely it is possible कि यहाँ पे if A and B are equal to each other, तो A union B, which is equal to B, will be equal to A also. Which is equal to A will be equal to B also, क्योंकि वो equal ही हैं, right? But then also this statement will be valid, right? क्योंकि B and A will become equal in that case. So what we have written is not invalid.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, so ma'am, in exam, my main concern is that in exam we will be completely defined now that this is a proper set or
Don't worry. They will define. If not defined, use this definition. Always use the definition of proper subset.
Okay.
Okay. Disjoint set. Disjoint set is any set which has nothing in common. जैसे even number and odd number have nothing in common, that is called as a disjoint set. Any set which has nothing in common is a disjoint set. Achha. Now again we will write a table of all the operations. So the first operation that we have can we call as a null set? We can say that because there is nothing in common, the answer is a null set. Clear? Chalo. We'll write all operation. The first operation we learned is A union B. A union B means I am including all elements in A also and I am including all elements of B also. चाहे वो A में आए या B में, उसको यूनियन में होना चाहिए, है ना? A में आ रहा है तो भी यूनियन में होगा, B में आ रहा है तो भी यूनियन में डालेंगे. Intersection. Intersection is A intersection B, and this is represented by X such that X belongs to A and X belongs to B. अगर वो दोनों में है तो ही वो इंटरसेक्शन में आएगा. If that element is in both, only then it will come in intersection. Difference. A minus B. A minus B means from A, I will remove the elements of B. Like if A is 1, 2, 3, 4, B is 3, 5, 7, 9. So A minus B means कि whatever elements of B are in A, जो भी B का element A में है वो हटा दो. So what element of B is in A? ये 3. So A minus B means 1, 2 and 4. Remove elements from A which are also present in B. हम सिर्फ वो एलिमेंट्स रखेंगे आंसर में which are unique to A. That means X such that X belongs to A and X does not belong to B. X A में तो है but B में नहीं होना चाहिए. It should belong to A but it should not be there in B, right? And not be common, right? So if I remove that element, then I am finding the difference, right? इसको I can write it better also. You can also write this as it does not belong to A intersection B. This is also another definition which you can use, right? And this can be, दोनों ही लिख लेते हैं. Just you can write both. You can say X such that X belongs to A. I am taking all elements of A and I am removing the elements which are common between A and B. तो जो भी A intersection B है, मैं वो X को remove कर रही हूँ. Less X belongs to A intersection B. This is also a definition, right? So basically we are saying that this is A, this is B. A minus B means these elements. So I am saying these elements will be what? Full set A में से I am removing जो भी ये वाला पार्ट है. अगर ये हटा देंगे तो I will get elements which are exclusive to A. So this is what I have written here. And ये ऊपर वाला क्या बोल रहा है कि simply A में से B को हटा दो. Because if I just think of it, if from this circle I remove this circle, मैं ये वाला circle हटा दूं, I remove this circle, I remove this circle, then also the net will be the elements which only belong to A. So both definitions are correct. ठीक है. You can say A में से B ही हटा दो या फिर A में से A और B का common area हटा दो. You will get the same answer, right? So think in terms of diagram कि कैसे कैसे हम उसको represent कर सकते हैं. Okay. Now we have complement. Complement of A means it is also represented like this, A dash. So complement of A means that it is universal set minus A. So we can represent it like this. If this is my universal set and this is A, then this part. Right? इसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. Again, various ways of writing it down, okay? So I can also write that X must belong to universal. इस पूरे में belong करता है. But I am removing those X which are belonging to A. It must not belong to A. मैंने वो वाला हटा दिया जो A को belong करता है. X does not belong to A, but X belongs to universal. That means the remaining part of universal. Then this will be A complement. ठीक. Now, question for all of you. Suppose universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is 2, 3. Quickly do this. Find complement of A. Find A complement union universal set. Find A complement union A. Find A complement intersection universal set. Find A complement intersection A. Find A complement universal minus A complement. Quickly do it. So A complement will be universal minus A. So if I remove 2 and 3 from universal, I will get 1, 4, 5. किसी भी set का, when we do union with the universal set, we will always get universal. When I will do union of A complement and A, तो A में elements हैं 2, 3. A complement में है 1, 4, 5. Union means I have to include all elements of A also and A complement also. So if I will do union, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I will get the universal set. So property that whenever we do union of any set with its complementary set, किसी भी सेट का उसके कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री सेट के साथ अगर हम यूनियन करेंगे तो हमें यूनिवर्सल सेट मिलेगा. ओके, नाउ ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट इंटरसेक्शन यूनियन यूनिवर्सल सेट. तो यूनिवर्सल सेट में आई हैव 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and A complement may I have 1, 4, 5. So when I will find the intersection, then I will get the common elements. That means 1, 4, 5. So I will get A complement itself. A complement intersection A. मतलब A and A complement में common. There is nothing common between the two. ये 2, 3 है, ये 1, 4, 5 है. So this will be a null set. And universal minus A complement means universal में से remove the elements of A complement. Remove 1, remove 4, remove 5. So when I will remove 1, 4 and 5, तो मुझे मिलेगा 2 and 3, which will be A. So we have got some properties related to A complement. क्या क्या properties आ गई है? That A complement union universal set is giving me universal. A complement union A is giving me universal. A complement intersection union is giving me A complement. A complement intersection A is giving me null. That means these are disjoint sets. And universal minus A complement is giving me A. This is the definition of A complement. Okay. Okay, good. Good, all of you. Okay. Now, we define something which is known as Cartesian product. Cartesian product. Cartesian product A cross B is A comma B such that the first element belongs to A and second element belongs to B. Matlab, if I say that set A is 1 comma 2, set B is 4 comma 3, then Cartesian product A cross B will be 1 comma 4. इसका पहला एलिमेंट, इसका पहला एलिमेंट 1 comma 3, इसका फर्स्ट एलिमेंट, इसका सेकेंड एलिमेंट 2 comma 4, इसका सेकेंड एलिमेंट, इसका फर्स्ट एलिमेंट 2 comma 3. So the first element in this Cartesian product will always belong to A. देखो 1 belongs to A, 1 belongs to A, 2 belongs to A, 2 belongs to A. The first element of the Cartesian product is Cartesian product का जो पहला element होगा that will belong to A. And the second element 4 belongs to B, 3 belongs to B, 4 belongs to B, 3 belongs to B. The second element will always belong to the second set. This is called as Cartesian set. ठीक है? also called as Cartesian product. There are some algebraic properties also. First is called as commutative. Commutative says कि मैं A का B के साथ इंटरसेक्शन करूं या B का A के साथ इंटरसेक्शन करूं, A का B के साथ यूनियन करूं या B का A के साथ यूनियन करूं, it means the same thing only. So whether I do union of A and B or B and A, एक ही बात है. Whether I do intersection of A and B or B or A, it means the same thing. Does not matter. Because intersection means आप common elements निकाल रहे हो. So whether you find common elements between A and B or B and A, एक ही तो बात है, right? So this is called as commutative law. The second one that we have, that's called as associative law. Associative law says that if you find union between A and B, पहले A और B का यूनियन निकाल लो और फिर उसका यूनियन C के साथ करो, और you find union between B and C and then its union with A, it's the same thing, right? So you take elements of A 1 2, take element of B 3, take element of C, take an element of C, suppose 3 4 1. Whether you will do first A union B will be 1 2 3, and फिर इसका यूनियन आप 3 4 1 के साथ कर दो, या फिर you do the reverse, or you do the reverse. You first go ahead and you first find the union between B and C. पहले B और C का यूनियन कर लो. So B and C का यूनियन will still be 3 4 1, और जो आंसर आए उसका A के साथ यूनियन कर लो. You will get the same answer. In all case, you will get 1 2 3 4 as the answer. Here also you will get 1 2 3 4 as the answer. So it does not matter in what order you are performing the union. Answer will be same. Intersection may be same hai. It does not matter in what order you will do the intersection. Whether you do intersection between A, B and then with C, or between B and C first and then with A, it does not matter. Order does not matter. The next one is called as distributive. Distributive goes ahead and says that unions and intersections distribute over each other. Matlab, if I find intersection between B and C and uska union A के साथ करें, so the union will distribute itself. Matlab, this will be equal to A union B intersection A union C. A union C. So here we are saying that the union has distributed itself. Union individually A का B के साथ and A का C के साथ हो रहा है. So union has distributed itself. Similarly, if I do intersection of A with B union C, so intersection will distribute itself. तो पहले हम A का B के साथ intersection कर सकते हैं, A का C के साथ intersection कर सकते हैं, and we can plug union in between. So now we are doing intersection separately with B and separately with C. These properties are directly asked in MCQs. मतलब they will say which of the following is a distributive property. ठीक है? So you have to see कि कौन सा property match कर रहा है. Sometimes they will reverse the sign. So here I am distributing the union. ये union B के पास और C के पास individually it's going. Here I am distributing the intersection. Intersection is going with B and C. So these are the distributive law. Then we have the identity law, which we have already written, which goes ahead and says that if I go ahead and if I do union of A with null set, तो null तो कुछ भी नहीं है. So जो भी A में है, that will be the answer. So it will give you A. And if I do intersection between A and null set, so there is nothing common between A and intersection. A और intersection में तो कुछ भी common नहीं है. So that will go ahead and that will give me null. This property, when you get the set itself, जब आपको A ही वापस मिल जाता है, wherever you will get the set back, जब आपको A के साथ कुछ करने पे A ही मिले, that is called as identity property. And this property, when you will do something with A, but it will become either null or union. जब आप A के साथ कुछ यूनियन या इंटरसेक्शन करो और आपको आंसर में नल या यूनियन मिले, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज डोमिनेशन प्रॉपर्टी. So there are two properties. One, wherever when you do something with A, you will get A. That is called as identity property. And दूसरा, when you will do something with A and you will get either null or full set, union set. So that is domination. So in terms of intersection, मैं A का किसके साथ intersection करूं that I get A? With what I can do the intersection of A to get A? Union. Because when you will find common between A and union, तो you will get A itself. आपको A ही मिलेगा. You can think of it like this. Make a Venn diagram. This is my union set. ये मेरा union है और ये A है. If I find the common between entire union, पूरे union set का अगर हम A के साथ commonality निकालते हैं, if I find common between A and union, तो I will get A itself. So this is also identity because I am getting back A. Similarly, if I will do union and A का universal set and A का union, right? U and A का union. So all elements of A, all elements of universal set will give me U itself. So I am getting the full set. This is also a domination property. Here we can say that we are getting the full universal set और यहाँ पे we are getting nothing left. These two are called as domination properties. And this, when you get back A, जब आपको A ही मिल जाता है, then this is called as the identity property. Right? Now, next thing is called as idempotent property. किसी भी सेट का इंटरसेक्शन उसके साथ करने पे वही सेट आएगा. When you do intersection of any set with itself, you will get that set. When you will do union of any set with itself, you will get that set. These two properties are called as idempotent property. Intersection of any set with itself gives that set. Union of any set with itself gives that set. This is called as idempotent property. A intersection A. नहीं, that is basically, as I said, it's idempotent. ठीक है? अच्छा, अभी all of you will solve these two questions for me. Find out A union, A intersection B. Find out A intersection A union B. Quickly do this. You can use a Venn diagram also. Don't worry, all this is written in the printed notes. I will share that with you. After the class, probably I'll go ahead and give it to you. Okay? So nothing to worry. Hanji, what will be the answer? A. Okay. How about others? A. Good, good. All of you. Very good. So first will be A. Kaise? So if I just have to show A intersection B means ye. This is A intersection B. And A means this. So if I have to find common, sorry, if I have to find everything between these two, so it will be simply A. अब यहां पे देखो, A union B means this. A intersection A union B means I have to find common. So it will be this. So I will get A in both cases. Is making sense? दोनों में A आ रहा है. यहाँ पे A union B का A के साथ common area निकाला. So I get A. और यहाँ पे A intersection B and A के साथ I include all elements. A में भी and this में भी. So I get this bigger. In both cases, you are getting back A only. This is called as absorption property. Absorption property means A का यूनियन जब हम उसके दूसरे सेट के इंटरसेक्शन के साथ करते हैं तो A आता है, और इंटरसेक्शन यूनियन के साथ करते हैं तो भी A ही आता है. A is able to absorb the unions and intersection, तो वो हो गया absorption property. ठीक है. सो यहां पे वेरी केयरफुली यू हैव टू नोट कि व्हेन यूनियन इज आउटसाइड, तो यहां पे हमारे पास इंटरसेक्शन था, एंड जब यहां इंटरसेक्शन था तो हियर वी हैड यूनियन. राइट? ओके, वेरी गुड. ऑल ऑफ यू राइट. इट विल बी ए. Okay, so there is one more way in which you can prove it. Here you can go ahead and you can use the distributive property. So A intersection A union B can be written as A intersection A union A intersection B. A intersection A is just A, क्योंकि A और A के बीच में common is just A. Union A intersection B. So we are saying find union between A and A intersection B. Right? So you will notice, this is very interesting. You will notice that you started with this. आपने इसके साथ शुरुआत की, and by the distributive property you reached this. आप यहां पे पहुंच गए. You started with this. आपने इस यूनियन को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया. Right? You went ahead, this was an intersection, you put intersection with this, you put intersection with this, and you got to the union. So we can also say that this and this are equivalent. Yes, please ask. Someone had a doubt? Yes.
Ma'am, can you please tell the difference between dominant and absorption property?
Domination is only with universal set or null set. वही दो चीजें हो सकती है. You are getting universal or you are getting null, so then that is domination. Domination means full or nothing. Absorption means you will get the set itself. जिस सेट के साथ यूनियन या इंटरसेक्शन कर रहे हो, you will get that itself.
So is identity and absorption same?
Identity is not always the same. So absorption में we are going ahead and saying that we are doing union or intersection with some union or intersection. जैसे यहाँ पे हमने union किया with intersection, intersection किया with union. Identity is more simpler. Identity बोल रहा है that we are only dealing with extreme two situations. एक में we are doing union with the null set or intersection with the universal set. So in identity, you are only considering two sets. जैसे usually in maths, what is identity? Identity का meaning है कि whenever we add zero to anything, we get the number itself. This is identity. Identity means identity has not been changed. Yeah, whenever we multiply 1 to anything, we get the number itself. So this is addition identity. Adding 0 to anything gives number itself. Multiplying with 1 gives the number itself. Same here, identity has only two meaning. That whenever I will find the union with the null set, I will get the set itself. Whenever I will find intersection with the universal set, I will get the set itself. So जब मेरे को set itself मिले in these two situation, only that is identity. Making sense? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and talk about one of the important laws, which is called as the De Morgan law. The De Morgan law says, you can remember these two versions, A union B का complement will be A complement intersection B complement. A intersection B का complement will be A complement union B complement. Right? मतलब, in other words, complement of union is equal to intersection of complement. चाहे हम यूनियन करके कॉम्प्लीमेंट निकालें या कॉम्प्लीमेंट करके इंटरसेक्शन निकालें, इट इज द सेम थिंग. सो वी से कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑफ यूनियन इज इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ कॉम्प्लीमेंट. उसी तरीके से चाहे हम इंटरसेक्शन करने के बाद कॉम्प्लीमेंट निकालें या कॉम्प्लीमेंट करके यूनियन निकालें, इट्स द सेम थिंग. कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन is union of complement. चाहे हम complement करके intersection निकालें या फिर we do the other way around, it's the same thing. Making sense? These two things are called as the De Morgan's law. I will show you where it will be used in just some time, but just write down the De Morgan's law. Another formula which we have is called as the formula of cardinality. And this is also called as the inclusion-exclusion principle. The formula of cardinality or the inclusion-exclusion principle states that number of elements in A union B will be A plus B minus A intersection B. This is for two sets. If the two sets are disjoint, तो disjoint means उन दोनों का intersection null हो जाएगा, उनके बीच में there is nothing common. If there is nothing common between A and B, तो number of elements common between A and B will become 0. A और B में कुछ भी common नहीं है. So number of elements in A union B will become number of elements in A plus number of elements in B. So if the two are disjoint sets, number of elements in A union B will be A plus B simply. ये probability में बहुत heavily use होगा in statistics, very very heavily used in statistics. Please make sure that you understand this well. क्योंकि यहीं पे मैं n को I will replace it with p with probability later on. Similarly, if there are three sets, if there are three sets A, B, C, so number of elements in A union B union C can be written as number of elements in A plus B plus C minus A intersection B, A intersection C, B intersection C plus number of elements in A union B union C. Right? Again, these will be very much useful when we will be doing probability. Probability mein these will be heavily used. So just make sure that you understand these now. Okay. Oh, yes, this will be intersection. Other way around is also true. Mane, you could have had intersection here, and that will then change. Okay, correct. I mean, both ways is fine. You can bring this to that side and take this on the other side. Yeah, but just make sure you write the opposite. If there is union here, here there will be intersection, and vice versa. Okay, now just quickly take few questions, try to do them, and then I will just move on to inequality. So let's say that there are 100 consumers, of which 60 buy tea and 50 buy coffee and 30 buy both. Right? Find how many buy neither. Give it a try. There are total 100 consumers. 60 are buying tea, 50 are buying coffee, and 30 are buying both tea and coffee. Find how many are buying neither. तो ये क्वेश्चन कैसे होंगे? So try to think about it. Try to understand that neither is the opposite of either. Neither is the opposite of either. So first I need to find who buy either. Either means ya chai ya coffee. Ya means or. Either tea or coffee, which means I have to include people buying tea also and people buying coffee also. दोनों को ही include करके चलना है. Right? So it means I have to find union. So number of people buying tea union coffee will be people buying tea, coffee minus tea intersection coffee. So 60 plus 50 minus 30. So 110 minus 30, so 80. So there are 80 people जो दोनों में से कुछ तो ले रहे हैं, who are either buying tea or coffee. And in total, it says that there are 100 consumers. So 100 is my universal. And either tea or coffee, ये जो है, that either they are buying tea or they are buying coffee, this is this 80. So I have to find people who buy neither, जो इन दोनों में से कुछ भी नहीं ले रहे, this one. That means this will be 100 minus 80. So it will be 20. 100 minus 80. So it will be 20. Good. So all of you who have said this as 20 is the correct answer. ठीक है. Now, see, whenever we talk about set, sets are almost always combined with the concept of inequalities. And why? Because within set we need to solve inequality. Set के अंदर ही हमें inequalities को solve करना पड़ सकता है, right? So how do we go ahead and how do we solve for inequalities? For that, we need to go ahead and we need to understand intervals first. There are two kinds of interval. First is called as open interval. Or open set. Second is called as closed interval, जिसको हम closed set भी बोल सकते हैं. Open means that I am not including the elements written on the edge. So suppose if I say 3, 8, then I am saying that x is between 3 and 8, but 3 and 8 are not included. And when I go ahead and when I say a closed interval means I am including 3 and 8 also. So this will be represented by this. It is very well possible that you may not have a completely open or a completely closed interval, right? You may have open from one side and closed from one side, right? So you may have a possibility where 3 is included, but 8 is not included and vice versa. So we can have partially open, partially closed intervals as well. It means that 3 is not included, but 8 is included. And it means that 3 is included, but 8 is not included, right? For any interval, we need to go ahead and we need to sometimes solve for inequalities. For inequalities, you need to understand that whenever we add or subtract, then the inequality remains preserved. अगर मैं एक inequality में suppose x is less than 5, if I add or if I subtract, तो inequality change नहीं होगी, whether I am adding 5 on both side or I am subtracting 3 from both side, inequality will be preserved. But if I am multiplying with a positive number, तो भी inequality preserved. If I am multiplying with a negative number, if a becomes less than 0, तो फिर inequality will reverse. So suppose if you multiply both sides with -1, -4, -3, if you are multiplying with a negative sign, अगर आप एक negative sign से multiply करते हो, तो automatically inequality will reverse itself. If you multiply with a positive sign, inequality will remain same. It will be preserved. We have something which is known as triangular inequality, which we can use in some questions, which says that a plus b in absolute value will almost always be less than or equal to, a plus b in absolute value separately. To give you an example, let's go ahead and let's say that a is 3 and b is -1. So if I do a plus b, it will be 3 plus -1 in absolute value. So it will be 3 minus 1 in absolute value, so 2. If I will do absolute value of a plus absolute value of b, so it will be absolute value of 3 plus absolute value of -1. So it will be 3 plus 1, that means 4. So we can go ahead and we can say that whenever we add in absolute values, we will always get a higher number. Equal bhi aa sakta hai, not always a higher number. If you take with a 3, b as 1, you will get same answer. दोनों ही case में. A plus b का mod will also give you 4, and mod a plus mod b will always also give you 4. So we are saying that a plus b in absolute value together will be less than or equal to mod of A plus mod of B. अब ये inequality कहाँ use होगी? I will tell you. In some of the applications, we go ahead and we use this inequality. It becomes useful, very, very useful in some cases. But अभी के लिए you just have to remember what a triangular inequality says. ठीक है? How do we open up an absolute value? Open up mod. So suppose if I tell you that mod of x is less than A, then how we can open this mode up? So this becomes that x is between minus A and A. So suppose if I tell you mode of x is less than 3, it means x is between a minus 3 and 3. This is how we can go ahead and open up the modulus function, right? Let's go ahead and take one or two questions to solve it. And I'm going to do a difficult one so that you can go ahead and you can learn from it. So question. Add, subtract, multiply once more. Nothing we have done. We are just saying if you add something in the equation, it remains unchanged. Inequality ka sign unchanged rehta hai. So suppose if I say x is less than 5, if I add 5 on both sides, तो कुछ change नहीं होगा. X plus 5 less than 10. The sign remains unchanged. उसी तरीके से if I subtract something, sign remains unchanged. X minus 5 less than 5 minus 5. X minus 5 less than 0. Sign unchanged. So whenever you add or subtract something, ये inequality unchanged रहेगी. But if you will multiply a positive number, inequality will still remain unchanged. If you will multiply a negative number, so inequality will reverse. So if I go ahead and if I say x is less than 4 and I multiply minus 1 on both sides, तो ये inequality reverse हो जाएगी. So it will become minus x greater than minus 4. So whenever you will multiply with a negative number, the inequality will reverse. Clear? Dividing unchanged. By a positive number unchanged. Dividing by a negative number is just multiplying with reciprocal of the number ना. तो अगर आप negative number से divide करते हो तो inequality will change. So if I have 1 by x less than 1 by 4, if I multiply with a negative sign, तो inequality will change. और अगर मैं कुछ divide भी करती हूँ, I divide by a negative sign, तो फिर again inequality will reverse. So whether you multiply or you divide does not matter. अगर negative से हो रहा है तो फिर inequality will reverse. Modulus function. So mod means what? So mod of x equal to 3 का मीनिंग क्या है कि अगर आपके पास 3 रहा होगा तो उसका एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू भी 3 होगा और -3 रहा होगा तो उसका एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू भी 3 होगा. So when we say that mod of any number is 3, it means that उसका हमने absolute value निकाला है. So now when I say mod of any number is less than 3, तो मतलब किसी चीज का absolute value 3 से कम आ रहा है. So we are asking what this x can be. अगर x -2 होगा तो भी उसका mod less than 3 है. अगर x -1 होगा तो भी उसका mod less than 3 है. अगर x 0 होगा तो भी उसका mod less than 3 है. अगर x 1 होगा तो भी उसका mod less than 3 है. अगर x 2 होगा तो भी उसका mod less than 3 है. So when modulus of any function is less than 3, it means ये जो x है ये -3 and 3 के बीच में रहा होगा. Because negative number का भी when you would find the absolute value, जब आपने किसी नेगेटिव नंबर का एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू निकाला होगा, इट वुड हैव बिकम पॉजिटिव एंड वो भी 3 से कम आ रहा है, राइट? सो मॉड्यूलस ऑफ x लेस देन 3 simply means that x is between -3 and 3. Any doubt? Anyone else? एनीथिंग? चलो, नाउ वील डू अ क्वेश्चन. अभी क्वेश्चन कैसे करना है, हाउ टू ओपन, दैट्स हाउ आई ओपन ना. ये जो व्हेन यू ओपन इट, ये इनइक्वालिटी में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है और यही नंबर यहां पे नेगेटिव में आ जाता है, बिकॉज दिस इज व्हाट वी डिड हियर. सो मॉड ऑफ x लेस देन 3 का मीनिंग है दैट x कैन बी एनीथिंग बिटवीन -3 and 3. जब भी x का वैल्यू -3 and 3 के बीच में होगा, वेन एवर एक्स विल बी बिटवीन -3 and 3, तो उसका मॉड 3 से कम होगा. इट्स एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू विल बी लेस देन 3. So opening mod of x less than 3 means that this will convert to an inequality and this same number will come with a negative sign. Whenever x will be between -3 and 3, then its absolute value will be less than 3. Making sense? Open and closed bracket. Open and closed bracket is nothing, whether we are including a number or not including a number. So when I say that my interval is 2, 5, closed bracket means 2 and 5 are also included. So my interval is 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 5 will be included. And when I go ahead and when I say 2, 5, then 2 and 5 are not included. So it must have numbers like 3 and 4. Anything in between 2 and 5, but not 2 and 5. So yahan pe when I have to represent this on the number line, it means 2, 3, 4, 5, but ye bhi include ho raha hai. 2, 5 is also included. Everything on the number line, including 2 and 5. And when I have to write this, ye 2, 3, 4, 5, तो 2 and 5 include nahi hai. That means this is not included, this is not included. I will not color it, but anything in between is included. So here x is between 2 and 5, but 2 and 5 are also included. Here x is between 2 and 5, but 2 and 5 are not included. Anything else? Any doubt किसी को भी? चलो, we'll do a question. Good. We'll do a question and think very carefully. Do it yourself. Question कैसे आएगा एग्जाम में? Find domain of x. Find domain of x. अब ध्यान से सुनना. Domain of x means simply you have to find values of x that will satisfy the inequality. You have to find those values of x. आपको x की वो values निकालनी है which will go ahead and satisfy the inequality. So how will I go ahead and how will I do that? Let's say the question is x minus 2 upon x plus 1 in absolute value less than 2. In absolute value less than 2. Look at what I am doing. No one will solve themselves. सिर्फ यहाँ देखो अभी. First of all, I have to open this modulus. मुझे इस मोड को ओपन करना है ये एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू के लिए. Whenever I will open any modulus, it means that this x minus 2 upon x plus 1, ये inequality दोनों साइड हो जाएगी like we did here. Whenever mod of x was less than 3, it means x was between -3 and 3. So whenever whatever is coming in the mode, कुछ भी आ रहा हो mode में, whenever it is less than this number, so that means it will be lying between the negative of this number and this number. So it will be between -2 and 2. That's the first thing. Now, second thing, very, very important. Please understand that since this is coming in P by Q form, क्योंकि ये P by Q form में है, it means Q cannot be equal to 0. So x plus 1 cannot be equal to 0. So x cannot be equal to minus 1. This is the second thing that we have got from here. कि denominator जो है वो 0 नहीं हो सकता by using the definition of rational number. By using the definition of rational number, denominator cannot be 0. Now, if you notice, there are two inequalities which I have to go ahead and solve. एक ये inequality है इस साइड पे और ये एक inequality इस साइड पे है. I have to solve two inequalities. But we can solve the two inequalities together. हमें अलग अलग solve करने का जरूरत नहीं है. We can go ahead and we can solve the two inequalities together. So how can I go ahead and do that? Whatever you see here, ये देख रहे हो ये x plus 1. You can multiply on both sides at the same time. So what we will do, minus 2 into x plus 1 less than x minus 2 less than 2 into x plus 1. I have taken this denominator on both sides simultaneously and multiplied that. तो अभी मुझे मिलेगा minus 2 into x minus 2 less than x minus 2 less than 2x plus 2. I have opened this up. This will become 2x plus 2 and this will become minus 2x minus 2. अभी I have minus 2 here. मेरे पास यहाँ पे minus 2 है. इस minus 2 को I have to remove from here. So what I can go ahead and what I can do is I can go ahead and I can add 2 on both the sides. So I can add 2 on both sides. So I will go ahead and get minus 2x minus 2 plus 2 less than x less than 2x plus 2 plus 2. Right? And finally, you can go ahead and you can write this better. So minus 2x less than x less than 2x plus 4. So you have been able to go ahead and you have been able to give a easier version to this. आप इस question को थोड़ा easy version में solve कर पाए हो. You have been able to solve the question a bit better. Right? Now you can ease it out. So now you can go ahead and take this separately, that x less than 2x plus 4. So take x here and 4 here. So 2x minus x greater than minus 4. So x greater than minus 4. Right? And you can go ahead and you can take this here. So minus 2x less than x. So just go ahead and tell me that minus 2x less than x means this will be satisfied for all values of x as long as x is positive. As long as x is positive. अगर x positive है, x की कोई भी positive value डालोगे, so this equation will be satisfied. Do you agree? You put x as 0, x as 1, x as 2, x as 3, not 0. 0 पे तो 0 ही हो जाएगा. You put x as 1, x as 2, x as 3, 4, 5, 10. You put any value of x, right, which is positive. This equation will be satisfied. So it will be satisfied for any x as long as x is positive. So we will go ahead and get that for this one, this inequality, x can be anything between 0 to infinity. It can be anything between 0 to infinity. Making sense? Please tell me. Making sense? Any doubt? So we are going ahead and we are trying to solve the two inequalities together, right? We could have gone ahead and solved the two separately also. हम इसको अलग से लेके भी solve कर सकते हैं और इसको अलग से लेके भी solve कर सकते हैं. We can also go ahead and do that. And we can also go ahead and solve the two inequalities at once. Both the methods are fine. Now, I want to go ahead. Now, 0 is not included because 0 pe this equation is not satisfied. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to इसको एक मिनट के लिए यहाँ we'll step back and I want to show you one important thing here. बहुत ध्यान से सुनना मेरी बात को. See, write down. Sometimes solving directly does not give complete answer as compared to solving the fraction. As compared to solving the fraction. इसका क्या meaning है? What is the meaning of this? Why is this important? ये बहुत important है. अगर ये समझ लिया तो inequality का कोई भी question you will be able to do. And यही है जिसपे examiner will test you. This is very, very important. बहुत important है. And I will from this show something in the above question also, or you can do that yourself. ध्यान से देखो. देखो, if I ask you solve 2x minus 3 upon x plus 1 greater than 1. मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ इसको solve करो. 2x minus 3 upon x plus 1 greater than 1. So mostly what students will do is they will take this on the other side. 2x minus 3 greater than x plus 1. यही होगा आपका फर्स्ट स्टेप. आप हमेशा इसको यहां लेके जाओगे. एंड देन व्हाट स्टूडेंट्स विल डू कि वो x को एक साइड पे ले आएंगे एंड नंबर्स को एक साइड पे ले आएंगे. सो दे विल डू 2x minus x greater than 4, x greater than 4, and after doing x greater than 4 अगर किसी से पूछेंगे बच्चे से कि व्हाट इज द आंसर, तो आप बोलोगे मैम अकॉर्डिंग टू मी x का वैल्यूज 4 से लेके इंफिनिटी तक कुछ भी हो सकता है. और आप बोलोगे अच्छा यस मैम डिनोमिनेटर तो जीरो नहीं हो सकता, सो x प्लस 1 नॉट इक्वल टू 0, तो x नॉट इक्वल टू -1. बट -1 तो इसमें आ भी नहीं रहा. दिस इज गिविंग मी 4 टू इंफिनिटी. तो यस मैम दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर. दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर. This is the correct answer. So agar supposedly there will be options 4 to infinity, minus infinity to 4, and then minus infinity to 4 except the value of -1, and say minus infinity to -1 union 4 to infinity. आप इसको mark करोगे and you will say this is correct. यही होगा. I am giving you the entire scenario because I know most students make this mistake. But this is wrong. ये एकदम गलत है. Right? Whenever, not wrong, I'll tell you, गलत नहीं है. But this will only give you a subset of the answer. ये पूरा आंसर कभी नहीं देगा. This will only give you a subset of the answer. This answer is correct, but this is not the complete answer. This is not the complete answer. So whenever we have to solve with the inequality like this, I will show you why this is not the complete answer. Answer is correct. जितना अभी तक डोमेन निकाला है उसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है. Nothing is wrong. But now think about it. 2x minus 3 upon x plus 1 greater than 1. Bring this on this side and get 2x minus 3 upon x plus 1 minus 1 greater than 0. ठीक है. Now do 2x minus 3 minus x plus 1. इसको यहां लेकर न्यूमरेटर में upon x plus 1 greater than 0. 2x minus x minus 3 minus 1 upon x plus 1 greater than 0. X minus 4 upon x plus 1 greater than 0. ठीक है. You will get this. When I solve this inequality, ये 1 को मैं दूसरा साइड ले गई, it becomes minus 1. Then I just took this in the numerator, ये x plus 1 numerator में आ गया. And after that I just opened it up and I got this. Now this is telling me कि ये एक fraction है. This is a fraction which is greater than 0. माने it is positive. When is a fraction positive? A fraction can be positive in two scenarios. दो situation में एक fraction positive हो सकती है. When numerator is positive and denominator is positive, तो भी fraction positive रहेगा. Or numerator is negative and denominator is negative, तो भी fraction positive होगा. Like minus 5 divided by minus 10 is 1 by 2. Then also it is greater than 0. And 5 divided by 10 is also 1 by 2. Then is also greater than 0. So, when you consider method number 1, that means this method number 1, it only considers this aspect. वो सिर्फ ये वाला aspect देता है आपको. But when numerator and denominator are negative, अगर numerator और denominator negative है, तो भी तो fraction will be positive. It will cancel out each other. Fraction will be positive. So we can go ahead and we can take two scenarios that x minus 4 is greater than 0 and x plus 1 is greater than 0. ये scenario 1 है, numerator and denominator positive. And scenario 2, x plus 4 less than 0 and x plus 1 less than 0, दोनों negative है. Now if both are positive, so let's solve this beta. X minus 4 greater than 0 का meaning हो गया x greater than 4. And x plus 1 greater than 0 means x greater than minus 1. So number line पे देखो, this is minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. This is saying x has to be greater than 4. मतलब 4 से ज़्यादा. And this is saying x has to be greater than minus 1. So minus 1 से ज़्यादा. What is the common between the two? That x must be greater than 4. ये common आ गया. That x must be greater than 4. So it means that 4 से लेके infinity तक any number is fine. Now let's take the other way round. कि दोनों ही नेगेटिव हैं, न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर आर नेगेटिव, तभी भी तो फ्रैक्शन पॉजिटिव होगा. सो x plus 4 less than 0 gives x less than minus 4 and x plus 1 less than 0 gives x less than minus 1. So अभी वापस we will go ahead and say 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on and so forth. Right? Abhi we are going ahead and saying that we need to go ahead and we need to satisfy the x minus 4, sorry. 4. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Abhi we have to satisfy this equation again. So x less than 4 means what? It will be here. And x less than minus 1 means what? Ki it has to be here. Abhi what is the common part? This part, which is coming in both. So this gives me x should be less than minus 1. So anything between minus infinity till minus 1, ye sara values will also satisfy this equation. So what will be my answer? My answer will be, it will be up to minus 1 or 4 to infinity. This will be the answer to this question. So basically, when we do the first approach, जब हमने पहला approach किया, this approach. In this approach, whatever we did first, you will always see partial answer. But because numerator and denominator can both be negative, दोनों negative भी हो सकते हैं, so you have to consider that the answer can still be positive. अभी इसको चेक करने का एक सुपर इजी मेथड भी है. यू शुड नॉट बी अप्लाइंग दैट यूजुअली. आपको मैथ्स आना चाहिए, बट इन एग्जाम one more thing, whenever you will find the answer, one more thing that all of you will do is you will check if it is satisfying the inequality. ठीक है. सो इस केस में इफ आई कंपेयर ए एज कंपेयर टू डी, तो डी में दिस पार्ट इज एक्स्ट्रा ना, माइनस इंफिनिटी से -1 वाला पार्ट, ये एक्स्ट्रा वैल्यूज ऑफ एक्स है. सो पिक एनी वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स फ्रॉम देयर. सपोज इफ आई पिक एक्स एज -2, मैंने एक्स का कोई एक वैल्यू ले लिया फ्रॉम दैट एक्स्ट्रा पार्ट, एंड आई विल आस्क दैट क्या एक्स इक्वल टू -2 पे ये इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाई हो रहा है? इज दिस इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाइड? If this equation is satisfied at x equal to -2, Mani, yes, this part is also answer. Because I have to give all values of x. So that means that this becomes the answer. Just a check from your side. Pick different values of x and check. Agar x equal to -2 pe bhi, this gets satisfied. This equation is satisfied. It means, yes, this will also be part of the domain. Ye bhi domain ka part hai. Making sense? Same, all of you will now redo this. Because abhi ke liye, we did not consider this aspect. हमने सिर्फ ये partial answer निकाला था. Right? Like here I showed you that this is a partial answer when you bring one on one, when you just solve directly. But full answer mein, you will have more aspects to the question. Okay. Now please ask your doubt. Yes, please ask.
Ma'am, I want to ask that for this fraction part, can we not directly apply method 2 instead of going for method 1 and so and so?
Yes, I was just telling what we usually do. Method 1 will give you only half answer. Method 1 को नहीं apply करना है. I was just saying what we usually do. In exam, quickness में we directly just go ahead and cross multiply and solve. वो गलत है. We need to bring on one side. Otherwise, we will only get some part of the answer. Before we end the class, can you do one question for me, all of you then? If you have understood this, just do this question, okay? 3x minus 2 upon x plus 4 greater than 2. Solve for the domain of x. Quickly do this, huh? Then Okay, let's start. We'll bring 2 on the other side. 3x minus 2 upon x plus 4 minus 2 greater than 0. 3x minus 2 minus 2 x plus 4 upon x plus 4 greater than 0. 3x minus 2 minus 2x minus 8 upon x plus 4 greater than 0. 3x minus 2x. 3x minus 2x माने x. Minus 2 minus 8 मतलब minus 10 upon x plus 4 greater than 0. I want the fraction to be positive. Fraction can be positive when numerator and denominator are positive or numerator and denominator both are negative. So what will we go ahead and get? X greater than 10, and if I bring this 4 on the other side, x greater than minus 4, x less than 10, and if I bring this on the other side, x less than minus 4. Let's make a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. x greater than minus 4 मतलब ये सारा values. And x greater than 10 माने यहाँ कहीं 10 होगा, ये सारा values. So what is common between these two? That x should be greater than 10. So these two together give me x greater than 10. X less than 10 and x less than minus 4. So 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. X less than minus 4. And यहाँ कहीं 10 रहा होगा. So x less than 10. So what is common between these two? This. So it will be x less than minus 4. So या तो x can be greater than 10 मतलब 10 से लेके infinity तक कुछ भी, या फिर x can be less than minus 4 माने minus infinity से लेके minus 4 anything. So your answer will be minus infinity से minus 4 union 10 to infinity. Abhi I have a quick question for all of you, that suppose this becomes equal. यहाँ पे equality भी है. Equal, 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 less than equal, greater than equal, हर जगह equal भी है. Equal, 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 equal. Everywhere साथ में there is an equality. ठीक है? Everywhere there is an equality. हाँ, अभी ध्यान से देखो. So if there is an equality, तो it means that x can be greater than or equal to 10. तो 10 is included. अगर 10 included है, if 10 is included, so this will become a closed bracket. 10 is also included. जैसे ये equal is there, so 10 becomes included. ऐसे ही if equal is there, so 4 should also become included. So 4 should also become included. But both will become included. क्योंकि equal आ गया, हर जगह equal आ गया. Equal means closed bracket. But very important that ये एक P by Q form था. This was in P by Q form. And whenever something is in P by Q form, तो हमारा rule बोलता है that Q cannot be equal to 0. So x plus 4 cannot be equal to 0. So x cannot be equal to minus 4. So even though यहाँ पे equal आ गया, I have got x less than equal to minus 4, but x cannot be minus 4. Denominator cannot be 0. So that means that ये equal नहीं हो पाएगा अभी भी. This will still not be equal. Right? So I will repeat what I have said. I am saying that if in the question, instead of inequality, you were given a less than equal to or more than equal to sign, मतलब strict inequality ना होके ऐसे था, So when you would have found out the solution, तो आपको दो solution मिल रहे हैं. You will get solution x greater than equal to 10 and you will get solution x less than equal to -4. So generally speaking, अब आपका जो 10 है, it will be included. It will come in closed bracket. And even -4, it will come in closed bracket. Because of this, wherever you will solve, साथ में एक equality का sign आता जाएगा. You will also have equal to sign. Equal means that number will be included. Number included means closed bracket. But whenever something is in P by Q form, अगर कुछ भी P by Q form में है, so your Q has to be not equal to 0. It means x plus 4 has to be not equal to 0. So x cannot be -4. So x का equal to -4 is not allowed. So this will still be open bracket. So -4 will still not be included. Making sense? Half closed. Correct, correct. -4 will not be included because denominator will be non-zero. Okay. Chalo. We'll end here. Tomorrow I will do functions, definition of function, different type of functions, injective and surjective. Thank you. Bye.
Ma'am, can I speak?
Yes, please ask.
एक्चुअली मैम मैंने अभी और कोई नहीं किया है मैथ्स के और भी लेक्चर्स, बट मैं इसमें लाइव स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ. आई हैव बैकग्राउंड इन माय +2 मैथमेटिक्स.
It's
तो
fine. You would
मैक्रो भी मैंने लाइव कर रहा हूँ, प्लस माइक्रो जो अल्टरनेटिव बेस पे. So that would be sufficient for all the exams,
more
right?
than enough. Don't worry.
Ma'am,
Yeah, I'll give you questions after this. Don't worry. Practice questions will be given. The question you asked to read you should be doing it in the same format because अभी हमने सिर्फ partial answer निकाला है. Correct. Yes, please ask.
ma'am, can you please upload this written format notes so that we can just go through it once?
Yes, I will upload that. But since it's weekend, I'm not sure if it can. I try कि आज ही upload करवा दूं. Otherwise, maybe it will be done only on Monday. Hopefully, I'll check with the portal team. Usually, Saturday, Sundays, so it becomes it's a third party, right? So it becomes difficult to get it uploaded. ठीक है. Okay. Thank you.